Now for the CanFax Market Drivers Report, sponsored by... Here's CanFax Manager and Senior Analyst Brian Peria.
Well, here we are, getting towards the end of November and getting to see some nice little bounce in this market finally. You know, October was a really tough month for, fed cattle and calves, definitely had a lot more softness than we expected, but seasonally, this kind of time of year, late fourth quarter, we get a bit of a push. We see a pickup in beef demand. Fed cattle prices have picked up. They're up about 13% from their summer lows, which is kind of a seasonal rally, but not uncommon to see a little more than that. But some good news, some of the feedlots, these mid-40s, fed cattle in the 145 kind of range, might even have a little bit of profit in these cattle. So haven't been able to say that much this year. So that's been positive, and stronger fed cattle prices, the futures have kind of rallied, and seeing some weakness in the Canadian dollar, and calf prices also bounced up a similar percentage from their lows in October, and back to starting to see some calves in the $2 range, or a little over $2 on good 5 to 6 weight steers. And at that, I think producers can be satisfied with, especially given all the volatility and the struggle this year. So certainly a little bit of relief seen on these markets. Moving forward, as we go, where our fed cattle markets picked up. Interesting, both Canada and US have less cattle on feed right now compared to a year ago, which bodes well for the end of the year and into the start of 2017. And that all said, as I said, it's kind of a bounce. We're not, we're seeing a lot more meat going to be coming onto the market 2017. There's a lot more feeder cattle outside of feedlots in Canada, and definitely in the US, and we're going to have to work through these extra supplies into the new year. So we always look at the longer term. Short term, there looks for pretty manageable cattle numbers, but we're going to have to work through some more beef and pork production moving forward. Another big one we're going to have to watch is going to be the currency for sure. We've certainly seen the US dollar surge here since the election, which has been kind of interesting and putting a weaker tone to the dollar. And overall, it kind of seems like a weaker tone for the dollar is obviously always supportive to Canadian cattle prices, but definitely going to be worth monitoring going forward, and could be a major factor in 2017 again. So if you're looking for more cattle market information, visit us, CanFax, at our website, www.canfax.ca, and get more current and weekly market information.
That was your CanFax Market Drivers Report, sponsored by...